My name is Lucy Taylor, and this is my 9 squared grid project. I'm going to start over on the Miro board at the beginning, where we had a whole slew of programs to choose from. The ones in yellow kind of popped out to me, but I tried to sketch all of them. I printed out some grid paper and I did a bunch of rough sketches using just points or just lines or just solids, kind of thinking that solids would be volumes, lines would be walls, and points would be posts or columns architecturally. And then because I usually am drawn towards really like curvy shapes, I wanted to challenge myself, and I did a separate set of sketches using no curves and just straight lines and orthogonal arrangements and trying to not have any enclosed areas on a minimum of corners, and I really wanted to emphasize asymmetry. Here's some of my research and inspirational content, but I really kind of settled on Mies van der Rohe's Barcelona Pavilion as my main inspiration. The Robin Evans reading that we did for this project, further along in that book, there was another chapter called Mies van der Rohe's Paradoxical Symmetries that I found super interesting. I love the pavilion. I love how heavily asymmetrical it is, and yet it feels so balanced. I love how open it feels and how the walls feel like they're floating. And my mood board, I kind of highlighted a couple of the quotes from it that really stood out to me. One is, "The elements are assembled but not held together." And the other quote is, "The function of the column was to support the building, that of the wall was to divide space." And I love the idea of a wall that might be free from structural responsibility and could maybe even float. And then the programs that really stuck with me throughout all of this like exploration were reflection, path, and solitude. So I took those sketches right up here. I took the sketches and I extruded them. These were my favorites, the rectilinear ones. I extruded them in Rhino to basically create a tool set so I could start putting them together in groups of 9 and then maybe layering them into 3 floors. So I started doing that, and then I narrowed it down. I did all of them, and I tried to work with them spatially and just see what worked well together and what happened. I narrowed those down to 8. Basically 3 level compositions that I liked the most, and these are the 8 right down the middle there. And then I narrowed those down to 4, and started adding floors, and I wanted to start sliding the walls either up and down or left and right to connect the spaces, make them the floors relate better to one another. And then I was exploring transparency and carving out more openings and sliding the floors, extending elements outside of our cube, and maybe wanted to add some posts to the walls. So the compositions, the programs that I chose were Path, Solitude, and Reflection. And then I'm going to move over to the final, which is the main screen over here. This is my cover page and the main rendering. These are my first, second, and third floor plans. These are 4 elevations. And these are longitudinal and lateral sections. The 3 detail sections with the 9 by 9 by 9 cube. It's the transparent gray transposed on top of it. There are my 4 isometric views, and these are 3 interior detail perspective views. And again, this is my mood board. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night. Bye.